Hey there, Libra. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome back if you are returning or you are a subscriber. If this is the first time you've been here, thanks for stopping in. I hope you stick around long enough to see if it's something that really works for you. And if it does, be sure to leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up and let me know. Okay, so I like to start off with a conversation starter from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot from Poppy Palin. And then we work through the week to see how we can best use the energies of the moon to make our life better, right? And to really move things forward. And so for guidance on this, I use the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And then I like to finish up with a Secret Language of Color card from Ina Segal. I'm not always 100% on that, so be sure to check the comments if I, for some reason, forget to do that for you, because it's happened already once today. But I had some caffeine, so we should be good. We should be good. So we're walking into the week with the moon in Cancer. We just had a full moon, and it was a really good time to like kind of wrap things up for the year on the emotional level and put a big bow on it and get ready, because in January we get to really launch out into a new year, and Capricorn's going to have that nice eclipse happening on the 5th of January. And so I'm going to do a live Q&A if you'd like to come back for that. But if you want a more personal reading, I also do those, and the details are below. But let's just see what the conversation for the week is for Libra. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, okay, Libra. Lots going on here. What do we have? What do we have? Well, we have a transition. We have an end of a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle. That's what this death is about. The death card is not like somebody's necessarily dying, but an idea, a thought, a process. Some maybe a relationship, but something is ending, so something new can begin. There's a lot of anxiety with this. Like, I don't even want to look at all the details of this. I can't right now, is what that energy says. But I think that might be because we're celebrating. A lot of the world will be celebrating Christmas this week. And so maybe you don't have time to deal with all this because you're going to be busy trying to be festive and everything. But honestly, it looks like you're really trying to assess how you feel, where you feel, how is it going? What does this transition really mean in your life? So we're walking in on Sunday here with this self-reflection. See how there's so much emotional energy and her head's above water, though. She's really focusing in on what this all means. Like, I feel the emotions, but I'm not drowning in them. And that's a really good way to start the week, and a good way to use this Cancer energy as we're wrapping everything up, right? So to get a little guidance on this, I'm using the Gateway Oracle cards from Denise Lynn. And let's just see what's the best way for you to use this energy. Self-love, cherishing yourself. I can almost speak. It says, I accept and love myself. And honestly, when you love yourself, that's when you find people who can love you, because people self-reflect us. So when we're feeling needy, when we're feeling unlovable, then we attract people who will treat us poorly. But when we value ourselves, when we love ourselves, that's how we attract the people who value us. And so that is why self-cherishing, self-love is so important. Really learning how to forgive yourself for your mistakes and how to accept you for who you are, and understanding that there is beauty in everything and you are worthy and beautiful. And so that's your assignment to work on today, which is Sunday and Monday, the 24th. And then the moon moves into Leo Monday evening, and that's all about pleasure. And which is excellent because of the fact that that's a holiday for so much of the world. And balance, don't overindulge, right? So this is Christmas Day. So pleasure in a balanced format, right? Keeping it all in balance. That's kind of hard sometimes, but Libra, that's what you're about, right? And so that's in your 12th house of hopes and not hopes and goals and dreams. It's actually in your 11th house of group activities and how you present yourself in groups. And so that sounds like a really fun energy actually for you. And I think you'll really enjoy that. So let's get a little guidance from that on the Sacred Traveler from Denise Lynn. Oh, that one popped, but it didn't come out. Yep, there we go. Begin now. Take your first step. This is that balance. This is your assessing. This is the transition, right? Take your first step. It's a transition. It's time to let go of something that was not worth it to allow something new to come in. This is really important. It's the end of the year. It's an end of the cycle. It's an end of an emotional situation. That's what the full moon in Cancer was all about. And now it's time to take that first step to allow this transition to happen. Because then when the moon on Wednesday evening moves into Virgo, it's about finding the beauty in the situation, about finding the beauty in yourself, about finding the beauty in other people. It's about finding the beauty in life. Okay, so there's that, but there's also this. There's the resilience. There's the, no matter how much garbage there is, there's something beautiful that's going to be growing out of it. And so what people think is a burden or it's refuse or just useless, there's actually beauty in it, and there's growth and there's opportunity. So that's kind of what that's about. And so you kind of want to focus in on that. Now, Libra, for some reason, this isn't making any sense to you. Be sure to check out your moon and your rising. I did put a link below so you can figure out where those are in your chart. You know, let's see if that doesn't resonate a little more this week. Or if you want a personal reading, I do those, and that information is also below. Let's see here. What do we have? These are sticking. Oh, and then they're flying. Okay, so gentleness and diplomacy. Okay, so this is in your 12th house. Gentleness and diplomacy. I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself through this transition time, because we also have the feelings and emotion cards of the water fairy. So this isn't going to be easy. Major transitions that are represented by the death card are rarely that easy, but they're really important and they're necessary. They're necessary so that you can have growth happen. And so it becomes important that during this process, even though you're beginning now, that you take that first step forward, but that you do it gently, that you're kind to yourself, that you're loving to yourself, that you remember to cherish yourself. Really important that you cherish yourself. Okay. So Friday night, really late or early on the morning of Saturday, Libra, this moon moves into your house. So this is about you. This is about your self-worth. This is about what you value and how you value yourself. And if it is your rising sign, it's about how people see you. But if it's in your sun sign, it's about how you see yourself. If it's your moon sign, it's about how you're going to feel about yourself and the way you interact with the world. And so this is about wisdom and gratitude and knowing that the universe is protecting you. Those are the things, the wisdom, integrating the wisdom from the lessons that you've been receiving, and gratitude for those lessons. We came here to learn stuff so that we can move toward the divine. And so in order to do that, you need to learn the lessons. You have to go through this stuff and be grateful for the opportunities to do so. But just remember, you're protected. The universe has your back. You are protected. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you. Perfect. This is just totally wraps up what this is all saying. You are worthy. Remember that you are worthy of so much more. Begin now to love yourself, to allow this transition to come in, to know that you're protected, and to be open to receiving the gifts that God. When you clear away the things in your life that are unnecessary, that you don't need, then you make room for the good stuff to come in. And if you want the good stuff to come in, you gotta let the bad stuff out, or the stuff that no longer serves, or the useless parts, or whatever. Just, it's kind of like it's the end of the year, you get to edit your life, right? You get to create this transition for yourself. So it's a really excellent time to do it. And sometimes the really good way to do it is to go ahead and clean a drawer out. And I know that sounds silly, but it's the act of removing things from your life in a physical way that allows the universe to know that you are ready. You are ready to start releasing all kinds of things, and you have purple. Develop mental clarity. It's okay to feel your feels, but keep your head above the water, right? Develop the mental clarity and be open to receiving. Begin now. Take that first step. All right. I will see you guys back here next week. Have a really great holiday week. Take care of yourself. All right. All right, Sky Boy. See that. All right. You have a good day.